Are we recording?
I think we're good.
Okay. Episode
3.
That was better than last time.
Yep.
All right. Well, we're starting with Q&A. We asked y'all to ask us some questions so that we can answer them. And so that's what we're going to start with.
All right. Question number 1. All right. So the first question was, got a little scratch in my ear. So, what's your guys' creative process? The things that make you tick, excite you?
Oh, I feel like I have multiple creative processes because I do multiple things. So when it comes with writing, that just flows. Like, I can't really plan for writing time. Like, I've tried and it doesn't really work. I just need whenever inspiration sparks. It's usually my emotions, and that will just like bring forth a poem or a free write. I just free write every day. So that process is like I've just committed to free writing every day. And then with jewelry, I just gotta have energy, really.
Yeah.
Because metalwork does not play, and the heat here in the South does not play either. But what excites me are those moments, like especially when I just feel like a buzz almost within myself that like something is just flowing through me, and it just feels like an extension of myself. And sometimes it doesn't even feel like me. Like it just feels good. I'd say that's mine.
I like that.
What's your creative process?
What medium?
Let's just go. Well, yeah, you've got a lot too.
A couple.
I mean, you change yours a lot too. Like you just like change how you draw and stuff.
Yeah, I like to. I don't know. I'm mostly inspired by people that do the whole thing.
What do you mean, do the whole thing?
Like when I was younger, Kanye West was the first artist that really just made me think different.
I miss the old Kanye.
Yep. And so I like producers that engineer their own records and make the music and get on top of the music.
So you like to figure out how to do all the moving pieces.
I like doing the whole thing because then you just have freedom, because it only takes me one time working with someone and them not doing what I'd like. And I've also found that being bad at something but doing it yourself is just a level of authenticity. So I'd rather just do everything myself.
Yeah.
And have it be levels of but it's just like I can't be perfect.
Yeah, it's that like do it scared mentality.
Yeah, and I also think that people are with you when it's hard. So even when it's hard, people are down as long as it's just like looks like you're growing. So my process is definitely don't think about what it looks like, do 10 of them, and then
pick the best.
Just like keep going.
Yeah.
Year after year. I heard somewhere that someone said that if you do something like 3 times in a year, you're a hobbyist. But if you just dedicate your life to something, the longer that time goes, the pretty much you just like you've put in so much time that people don't even notice those big holes missing because your body of work.
Well, I mean, it speaks for itself at that point too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the second question was for you. How did you know you wanted to be a tattoo artist?
Well, I was 16 years old and I saw Tattoo Magazine.
Do you remember what magazine?
I think it was just like, I think it was something called like just like Tattoo International or something. It was like something where when I saw it, I was just like, wow, tattoos can be international. Who knew? And then I went to a tattoo shop and piercing studio with my high school girlfriend, and she was getting her nose pierced. And pretty much I was just like, oh, wow, look, people can do this for a living. I want to do this. And then it was like the journey of figuring out how to do that. And then it was like years in where I was just like, where's all the damn black people? But it took me time to notice that.
Yeah.
Well, the next question is, what makes you feel most alive?
Creating, honestly, because there's a lot for me that goes into that. Like, my creativity is often tied to like communal work and healing work, and whenever I can feel like progress and forward motion, and like when I feel pieces of the puzzle, for lack of better words, like falling into place, like where I felt like there was something missing, and then get some combination right and it all makes sense, and that's just very life-giving for me. Or when I see like somebody learning to love themselves, like we talked about this yesterday, like I love seeing you learn to love yourself, and I'm proud of you for that. Because there's something so special about like seeing growth and progress, and I'd say that makes me feel the most alive, because it's those moments where I'm like the most in my body, where I'm like, wow, like I'm really here, like living, and that feels special.
I like that.
Do you want to answer that question?
What makes me feel most alive? You know, I just like feel alive all the time.
You do, yeah.
It's the low moments when I don't.
That's real.
But I try to not stay
like
there
discouraged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real. The next question was, talk about 3 of your favorite moments that's happened in your lives. 3 favorite moments. Do you want to go first?
I think I can go first.
Okay.
Okay, so I remember one of them, I have to say, I just wonder, do I have to go in order?
No, it's like we're not tiering.
Okay.
We're just like 3 favorite moments.
Okay, so the day that I bought my first digital camera, because
the Nikon?
Yeah, I got a Nikon D5600, and I just liked how the body felt. I'm a little yawny, baby.
You always are.
I just liked how it felt, and I liked how like durable it seemed, and I remember I didn't think that I could afford the camera, but I remember holding it, and I was like, this camera is going to change my life.
So you have a habit of buying things before you know if you can afford them?
Yes. And then the second one, well, what if now you say one. We'll go back and forth.
Okay. One for me would definitely be the first Tribeca Film Festival that I ever worked. It was like my first gig outside of corporate America. And so it was the first time I was like, oh, wow, like I can really do this. Like I can really live a creative life. I don't have to be at a desk. And I met some of the most incredible people there too. Like I met some famous people. And so that felt really amazing.
Where is Tribeca Film Festival?
New York City.
New York, city of dreams.
Yeah.
Had you ever spent that long in New York before?
No, and I had no plan. Well, I did. Like, I had enough money to stay in a hostel for, like, the first week. And then I was like, I'll just sleep in, like, a storage closet if I have to. Figure it out. But then an amazing person housed me in this, like, great apartment in Brooklyn. So we were fine.
Mm-hmm. Look at how you were being taken care of.
Yeah, I was carried through that.
You could have lived in New York.
I could have stayed there. Second time around, I got offered jobs.
I remember that. Mm-hmm. Thought you was going to leave me for New York.
We just started dating. But I chose to be selfless and choose you. What's another one for you?
The next would be when I. Okay, so I started working for myself again, but my landlord was selling the building, and we pretty much had until he got a deal. And a year and a half went by, and no deals. No one had bought the building. And I remember being like, once he sells this building, I'm never going to be able to afford to be in the neighborhood that I'm at. And I remember I just felt like I should walk like down the
Here come the yawns, folks. Here
walk
come the
down
yawns.
the road. And I was walking, and all of a sudden I saw the red studio we're at had a lease sign, and I always liked this space. And I remember when I met the landlord, it seemed like he would not have rented to me if I had never had a commercial space before. And he asked the reason why. I was like switching, and I was like, I can pay the rent, like where I'm at, with the buildings for sale. And so that's like a good reason to be wanting to get a new space. And then I remember he was like testing to see where I was. So he was like, I'll only rent to you if your current landlord will recommend you, which seemed hard. Like, why would that be a thing that would work? And then I remember we sat on the porch of his business, and he pretty much just interviewed me and told me everything that he does not want in a tenant. And I remember I just felt like there's this scene there's this scene in Scarface where Tony meets with Sosa. And you can tell that, like, Tony's just like, if I get this, it's going to change my life forever. And I remember just being like, there's no world I've existed in so far that I could get a space like this. But it had all my checklists. I even had a checklist where I wanted to see shit from the second floor. And there was a top level with a little tiny ass window. And I was like, the second floor. So I'd say getting the studio secured and working with David, because he had ran a law firm for 35 years, and I was just like, if David believes in me, this is going to be the first major adult that's like been like, you can do this.
Well, now you're going into your 4th year there.
Yep.
So that's huge. Another one for me, I think would have to be getting prints. I saved for 2 years, and my dream was always to have a French bulldog. And for me, it was like, if I could have that dog, then that was like proof to myself that I can really accomplish what I put my mind to. Like, I just was really intentional about saving up and just making sure that I could care for this little critter. And now he's ours, and I love him, and he's so cute and so bad sometimes. But I love him, so it's definitely a favorite moment for me too. What's your last one?
Well, it just have to be when I saw your face on Tinder. Because I remember I was having no luck on dating. I was having no luck. I went and got the new studio, and the problem was I couldn't afford anything anymore, because I got this space that was like outside of my budget. But I just was like, maybe the studio will get me to a bigger budget one day. took a while to get there. But so I just like I was living in a trap house pretty much,
That's true.
and my bed was
It's
more.
like
It was more.
bow.
It was more curved than flat earthers believe.
It was so curved, and it's like
Believe in.
spring.
Yeah, I thought it was great though,
It was terrible.
and it was just like I upped my miles to 60 miles because Bloomington was terrible, and then I saw this just smiling woman with just like tattoos and cool glasses. All her pictures are like
All my pictures made sounds.
it was like you were laughing, smiling.
That's the key to making yourself have your original, like, natural smile,
Right.
is to make yourself laugh. Okay.
And
That's
I remember I gave you a super like because I said, this person right here is who I've been searching for this whole time. And then I gave you the super like. And I thought maybe I should screenshot your
my handle or
profile,
something.
your profile, just so I could like live with it. And then I thought that's really weird. And I thought
I'm sure you wouldn't be the first.
just jumping the gun. And then 2 days later, you messaged me and you matched with me.
I did.
Those were 3 big moments for me.
My last one. It's not even so favorite moments. Big moments. I'm not gonna choose like meeting you because I feel like you just already shared all of that.
It's not in your top 3.
Huh?
It's not in your top 3.
It didn't say top 3. It just says talk about 3 of your favorites.
It was 3 of mine. Camera, studio, baby.
Thanks, babe.
You want to hear my Spanish phrase?
No, because you
don't?
never get it right.
I think I can say it right now.
No, let's please not. We already did a mess up in the last episode. Let's not ruin a language as well. Let's not do that.
I think I remember it.
No.
Son mío means of my soul, I think.
I don't know. So we're not gonna talk about it because I don't know if that's correct.
It's probably incorrect, but
I just feel like, meeting you is one of my favorite moments, but it's like,
thank you, baby.
it was a huge transition.
How was it a huge transition? Like what? Like what was transitioning about it? Like
It was
what?
a committed relationship. I hadn't been in one in years, and
but
like
you
it
knew
was
how to do them.
correct. It's not. I'm not saying it doesn't make it a favorite.
Expert.
You're gonna get an attitude now. That's what I thought. Taryn messed up earlier, so
I didn't.
you did. You did. It was like, it's so layered. So I think that's part of why it is like my favorite, because it's so ongoing. Like it's more than just that one moment. Like it was the start of a really big journey that we're still on and constantly learning. And so that is a favorite to me because it's always changing. It's always new.
Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
Thank you for choosing me.
I know you needed that. You're welcome.
Thank you. The back
I
scratch
think
feels
of you.
nice.
I think of you.
What if we just scratch each other's backs?
Let's not do that.
We'll cheers up.
Did I read that one or did you read
I
that?
just hope y'all have a good time.
Yeah, that was kind.
Favorite vegetable? That's
Okay,
not
what do you like vegetables? You have to you don't think of them often though. I think in this moment, corn is like a starch.
That doesn't count.
I think it does, but I don't consider corn a vegetable like that. I think in this moment, if I choose a favorite vegetable, it's gonna be A mushroom.
What kind of mushroom?
I really just like mushrooms. I like them all. Like them sauteed, roasted, grilled. You know, all that. And the last question. Oh, I forgot one. But what's something you find insane that the other person does?
This could be good or bad.
What is something you find insane that I do?
Insane.
I don't know if I like that word, but that's what the question was.
You know, I just think that, you know, it's magical how loved Corey is. Everybody loves Corey. Also go by KP.
Yeah.
You know, but it seems like Corey is universally loved by all. It's insane. You know, it's like
I see what you did there.
It's like imagine your favorite person. And then imagine Corey. How far is your favorite person?
Oh, we're sucking up over here. We're sucking up over here.
I think someone said that they're two steps away from Beyonce.
Yeah, I'm twice removed.
Twice removed right now.
It's happening. It's happening. Doesn't change that what drives me insane about you is that you buy unnecessary things. You put wants ahead of needs at times, and I cannot stand it.
Only sometimes.
It is sometimes, but folks, it's annoying, and it drives me insane.
Corey doesn't like it. Working on it.
Sure don't. We are working on it. Growth takes time, people. Growth takes time. And when you choose to invest in another soul, just remember, it's going to test your patience. You're going to get real frustrated, and you're going to have to learn a lot of valuable lessons about time management, money management, housekeeping, a number of things. But he's come a long way. Still has a long way to go.
Still working. Still hustling. Yeah. I'm going to take the garbage out tonight.
You are.
I'm going to take them out. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. Well,
the last question was, would we want to have guests on this podcast? And
what's the answer, Corey?
I'm going to say no right now.
We're going to say no right now.
Right now, I just don't. I don't know. I feel like this is, well, for me, I'm going to speak from my perspective of what this feels like. This podcast feels like a time for us to connect in a different way than we do throughout our daily lives, and that feels really good. So I feel like right now I just want it to stay a little couple, a little We're from Indiana couple.
I feel like if we had guests, we'd probably get more viewers just because the guests would share, but we would have to put so much work into getting the guest. And what's going to happen when they're late, don't show up, change their mind,
right,
want to hear the audio back all the way, ask for things to be cut out.
Yeah, and the goal of this is to be no work, really. Like,
yeah, we don't edit.
So I just want to continue that. I want it to be fun. Like, not that guests wouldn't be fun, but right now it's like, it's very easy, and I need it to stay that because we have too much work everywhere else.
I remember I've been afraid of doing this podcast because I just thought that I need to edit myself, and then
we're just ourselves, and that's more than enough.
I was pretty afraid of that, though.
I know sometimes that's scary, but it's like we're both authentic people, so I feel like it's best to stay that way. We talked about that already. Be authentic. That's what we like.
There was the moment where I was just like, if we don't edit, then it'll be authentistic.
Authentistic. It will be authentic.
Remember when I referred to myself as a sommelier?
Yes. You meant sommelier, but it's okay.
Authentistic. Should that be the title of the episode?
Yeah, I think authentistic is a good title. We made a new word. Well, we're about to move in. Well, actually, I just want to say thank you again for your questions. That was fun. Like, I enjoyed.
I think that's going to be the new segment.
Yeah, I think we should start. We'll start doing that more often.
Yeah, it was nice to have something light. I think that, speaking of light, I should go into the shit we don't like because mine's a little lighter than yours, and it's gonna be hard to follow up yours.
Yours is literally lighter.
Yeah, it's lighter. So shit that I don't like mayonnaise by itself.
I don't know that anyone does, but
it's just like I don't like that much white.
I don't really like mayonnaise on anything.
I had to learn to like it on a sandwich. I will accept it on a Jimmy John's. I will accept it on a few things, but the thing is I don't like that jar. I don't trust it. I don't like its texture. I don't like its color. I trust ranch.
I don't like how, like, if you just like dump the jar, it'd be like and it'd have like a little jiggle to it. I don't like that either.
When I was a kid, there was this girl.
What is mayonnaise made out of?
Eggs.
It's just all eggs? Eggs and oil? Eggs.
I know eggs in it. We can look it up. Let's be smart. Let's look it up for the people at home.
I think it's eggs and like oil or something.
What is mayo made of? Yeah, people put so much on it.
Egg yolks, vinegar or lemon juice,
and spices and flavorings. I don't believe in the spices part or the flavorings.
Well, I guess the flavorings would be like if it's like Miracle Whip.
Says it has a creamy texture and tangy flavor. I think that's what I don't like. I don't like creamy tang.
Ooh, I don't like how you even said that. Gross.
I think mayonnaise is a very like Midwestern, just like love affair. I know it's used in everything. I know people like to put it in this stuff. I don't like it by itself. You need to change it. You need to let it not be what it is.
Or you just need to let it be a like
jar of mayonnaise,
an accomplice to things.
I don't,
like not a solo endeavor. Like, it needs to be a backup.
In Jimmy John's, they've got the big jar and just says mayo,
gross.
And I don't like it.
They probably buy that at Costco.
When I was a kid, this new girl came to the school and she sat at the table I was sitting at with my friends, and she didn't understand why a boy was sitting with like me and my friends. Because
you have a traumatic mayonnaise story.
I was sitting with my homies, and like one of the girls, we were so tight, we were potty partners.
What?
Yeah, we referred to each other as potty partners.
How old were you?
I think we were in the 3rd grade.
Potty partners? How?
Yeah, it was like if I had to go to the potty, she'd go to the potty.
All right, we'll unpack that another time.
We'd go in separate kitty potties, but and so she didn't understand why I was at the cool table, and like, but I would deserve to be there.
Anyway, mayonnaise.
So this new girl, she comes and she was like, "Hey, Taryn, you want some ice cream?" And I was like, "Sure." No. And then she's like, "Here, I'll feed it to you." And it seemed weird, but I was like, "Okay." And then I opened my mouth, or I think she said it was pudding. She's like, "You want to try some pudding?" And it was a spoonful of mayonnaise, and she put it put it down in my throat, and like,
that's not okay. That's a prank.
I gagged,
gone wrong.
And I told the teachers, and the teachers didn't understand because they were like, "Everyone loves mayonnaise, Taryn. Shut up."
Not just like a spoonful of mayonnaise. I'm sorry that happened to you.
It was traumatic.
It's gross. Understand why you don't like it.
I don't like mayonnaise.
Well, you know what I don't like?
Well, everybody, this is going to be a hard one, but Corey wrote it, and it's important. And, babe, thank you for letting me get my mayonnaise one off first.
You're welcome. I decided to write, as I do, through something that I really don't like. So, I've never actually read this. I just wrote it. But it's called How Long is a Sentence? You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Get ready because this will be a run-on. That means never ending if you know where I'm coming from, because it should never be ending, but never ending doesn't equal justice for a life that was taken in an act so reckless. I can't say senseless because I know that man's mind was intact when he continued to kneel on George Floyd's neck. And let me guess, you think we should just get over it by now because the sentencing has been released, but I don't think I'll ever get over it because there are too many it's that we are supposed to get over. And 22 and a half years just isn't long enough when there are brothers, sisters, mamas, papas, just so many sitting within this country's prison system for something as simple as possession. 30 plus years, some of them. But murder only gets just past the legal drinking age. 22.5 years isn't even half of George Floyd's life. It's close, but that don't matter because a sentence should never ever end when you take another's life, and the grieving doesn't get to end, and the memories don't get to end, and the feelings and emotions wrapped up in every heartbeat that took to the streets to scream and cry and say each and every name. But just let me take a breath because the inhale and the exhale is the only way I can talk to God these days. And that's the only way I can sit and not scream because there's no timeline that justifies taking our lives. I don't like that Derek Chauvin was sentenced to 22.5 years and will only have to serve 15.5 and will probably actually serve less than that because quote unquote good behavior, whatever that means. And he'll probably be comfortable and safe. And that just doesn't make sense to me because are people really in the prison system for 30 plus years? Not for murder. Not for that. But for possession, for maybe smoking some weed, having a joint on them, who knows? But murder. Murder gets you what? Just a little light work. And I'm not here for that. I don't like it. I posted that writing on my Instagram, and I am sure not many people read it because people don't be reading like that, but people should read it. And if they don't read that, then they should at least read, they should read about this jacked up judicial system and how we can change it. You know, does it feel like a victory that finally, like, somebody was held accountable for taking Black life? 100%. But that doesn't mean that it just all feels good, that it's all just, oh, wow, like, great, I feel so much better. No, I don't feel any better. I don't feel any better because I also don't like the fact that some drywall got justice before Breonna Taylor. So there's a lot that I could just go in even further about what I don't like. But we'll just focus on the fact that I don't like the 22 and a half years. 22.5. Not enough. Not enough. I don't like it.
Yeah, we said we'd keep it short today. We don't want to focus on.
Yeah, that's all the energy that we're going to give to that.
We're going to give that energy.
We're going to... Let me just get that together. Make a little shift. Do your little Naruto hand symbols or whatever those are. No more energy for that. So now we're going to go into the segment of shit we're creating.
Yes.
That's correct. The next one.
Yes, it is shit we're creating. You
awesome.
got that right.
Did you get yours to show?
I'm going to be right back.
Where is it?
Talk about yours.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's that. The best way I can explain like what I'm working on right now is myself. Rest and healing. I feel like that door was loud. But anyway, I this week started some new healing practices for myself in order to stop extending myself so far and only put out what I have the energy and time and capacity for. Because I've been pouring from an empty cup and I am no good to anyone when I'm doing that. True Aries energy, I will just keep trucking through and try to bulldoze through my emotions and my pain, and I need more time to do that. So you good? I am creating space and time for myself through rest and healing, and it feels really good and it's really hard at the same time, because healing ain't easy. It's really a full-time job, and I'm doing my best. I'm really doing my best and working through a lot of hard emotions, and I'm working on my body and my mobility, and that is essential to my creativity. So that's what I'm working on.
I love it, babe.
I love you too.
You're doing such a good job.
Thank you. What are you working on? What are you creating? You want me to hold this for you?
Sure. This was the latest sheet. More resistance critters. And Corey, which one's your favorite so far?
Well, I'm partial to the French Bulldog.
Yeah.
You know, for reasons.
Yeah.
I really love the raccoon, and I love the pig. Those are my 3 favorites.
I like the little baby.
Little chipmunk.
Little chipmunk.
I do like that it has a little backpack, like it's ready for an adventure.
I thought if anyone was cute enough for a backpack, it would be a little chipmunk.
Yeah, I also like the earring.
Yeah, the earring was a little fun touch.
Yeah.
And
the possum is pretty like ready to go. I do
Yeah.
like that. I also love. Is it a crow or raven? Or
It's a raven.
okay. A murder of ravens. That's what they're called. A group of ravens is called a murder.
I don't like that.
Well, that's like, I think it's very representative of like resistance. And this particular raven has 2 weapons. So I think that's.
I mean, what would you do if you saw a raven coming down from the sky with some nunchucks?
I'm out.
Clawing at you.
I'm out. I ain't going to be outside. If there are ravens in the sky with weapons.
We saw some outside our door.
Yeah. That poor rabbit.
We saw a rabbit foot on our porch. Like some big critter left it.
R.I.P. rabbit. But yeah, this is the latest resistance critter flash.
Now I'm going to be working on a new sheet for a surprise flash event.
Yeah.
It should be coming this week.
You've been doing a lot of flash. You've been doing your weekly, so that's something that you have stuck to. That's great.
As a slight jab, I know what she's talking about, y'all. She's making slight jabs on the mic. She was making them loud blows off the mic. She was letting me know I could.
It's important to hold those that you love and care about accountable for their actions.
She was letting me know I could do better.
Yeah, that's the thing about me. If you're a person that's in my life, you've probably experienced moments where I have explained to you that you need to do better. And I don't just leave you hanging out there about that you need to do better. I follow up with how you can do better, why you need to do better. And it's all for the growth and betterment of you as a being and your soul in this world. Because, baby, we have got to do better.
Well, I feel like I could lead into my next one.
Go for it.
From that.
Go for it.
All right. So
this is shit we like.
Shit we like. I wanna start.
I feel like you're far from the mic.
I want to start mine with a quote.
Oh, he's pulling out the quotes, folks.
This was from a movie called Paid in Full. Sang along if you know the lyrics.
Oh, Lord.
Came out in 2002. This is a classic. You know about this quote?
You have informed me of it multiple times.
So this is Mitch, Paid in Full, talking. Congregation, I think y'all already know.
Oh, we're going to church.
All right, now y'all already know if we look at Mitch. Iconic character, all right, money making Mitch. He's got a moment. It's one of the best moments in the movie. He goes, he's talking to his man Ace. He also refers to Ace as A. They go way back.
You gonna get on with the sermon?
So Mitch, you go and say, A nigga like me, I love the game. I love the hustle. Man, I be feeling like one of them ball playing niggas, you know? Like Bird Magic or something. You know, a nigga got dough, a nigga can leave the league, but if I leave, the fans, they still gonna love me, man. I get love out here in Harlem, man. I done sold coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin. As long as a nigga feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle it. That's my gift in life, eh? You know? See, a nigga like me, I love to hustle. So, things I like. I just love
Wow.
it. I just love the hustle of tattooing, you know. I love the hustle of making art. Exclusively.
What does that mean to you though?
Well, you know, it's like you got the. I'm gonna make a timestamp because this is an important part. I need to remember.
You be writing these timestamps and don't do anything with them.
I do. I feel like I'm getting a little flash flood.
No, it's a missing person. Unfortunately, it's an Amber Alert.
Damn. When we don't take time shit out, we just know. All right, I'm gonna make a note of this because it's important to say.
You're creating a very long pause.
Could you tell me what you just said again, baby? Babe?
I asked you, what does it mean though? Like, what does the hustle mean to you?
Who you think wanted me to tattoo, Corey? My mom didn't want me tattooing.
You, yourself, and you.
My pops didn't want me tattooing. My school teachers didn't want me tattooing. Even people who worked at these tattoo shops, they didn't want to see me tattooing. You want to know how I got in this shit? You want to know how I really just out here?
Tell us.
Day in, day out.
Tell us, Brother
A
Taryn.
nigga like me love to hustle.
Oh, my God.
A nigga like me love these streets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get them. But when you do it,
This is not how you talk.
It's like sometimes your art is talking back to you, you know. Sometimes you just Sometimes you do these tats and it's like you just see the real progress you done made. I've sent people to the mirror knowing it was a home run.
You really going to church right now about
I
hustle.
knew-
This
I
is Hustle Church.
I knew the first time I did a tattoo.
I wish I had an organ.
I knew the first time I did a tattoo, I went and said to myself, I need to do this for the rest of my life. I wasn't even good at it. I was just like infatuated.
Start the two-step down the down the
It
aisle.
was like there was my life before that moment.
Yeah.
And there's been my life ever since. It's just the game's hard. And this shit, it ain't easy. You gonna lose yourself to this if you don't get grounded.
I just feel like there should be songs. You take off on the organ because you really in church right now.
I remember the bad ones. I remember the good ones. I remember the great ones. I remember the ones where how the hell is gonna come out.
You do have like some really spiritual exchanges during some of these tattoos.
I remember one time I was down bad, and I think I had like $130 to my name, and I was doing a tattoo for like a couple $100. And if I could do the tattoo, I could pay for a new power supply box. Because, well, actually, yeah, because my power supply, it fell in the move to the new building. And it started running at only like 20 volts. And I'm supposed to run a line at like 6 volts. And it was running so fast that the arm bar would slide off. Like, it's supposed to just go up and down like this. It was going so fast that it would slide when I was working. And I remember thinking, I was like, I don't have another option. I don't have another way of doing this. This is my only job. This is my only career. And I'm so down that if I got a broken power box, I got to hustle out of this. And I put a rotary on it, which hits softer, and the rotary ran so hot that it broke the machine, like into the tattoo, right? Like I'm doing a tattoo at 20 volts, and just like this can be done.
That person?
I figured it could be done. You just gotta barely touch that skin, I figured, and then I moved it to the coil machine, but I used a shader because I figured 20 volts. I don't need to use a liner. Like,
this is tattoo language.
And so what I ended up doing was it just was migrating and moving and whatever. And I got through the tattoo. I was terrified. And
you made it through. Made it through.
I had enough to go to another day and keep the journey alive. Because any other part of me, I would have quit. Mm-hmm. Why would you do your job when your job's no longer easy? Wouldn't you quit? Wouldn't you do something else?
You know what my Instagram handle used to be?
Hustle Queen.
Hustle Queen. You know, that's still my email. Hustle Queen KP. That's still what many people call me.
I can see that.
Because it is a requirement for me, and for you as well. It's a requirement for our lives to make a way out of no way, which that's what hustle is to me. Which, wow, it could be called Hustle Church. And I just imagine little organ.
Some people think it's a dirty word, but the thing is, I feel like when you're black, it's a necessary word.
Some people do think it's a dirty word. It's part of why I changed my name, like my IG handle and stuff too, because I don't know. Some people I felt like were getting it twisted, and it was like that was really on them, but I took too much of their projecting on myself. But now I'm like, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of us, because like we have a lot of hustles. We do a lot, and we do a lot.
So I had to take it back to paid in full, babe.
Yeah, you did. I don't know that acting is in your future.
It probably ain't.
But I appreciate the emphasis and the passion you put into that quote.
I appreciate it, babe.
Yeah, I think that you know, we learn something every day. We learn maybe not what we're good at, and we learn what we are good at.
I can say that. Amen, babe.
You did that. Was there anything else you wanted to share about what you like?
Nah, I'm just gonna cap that. I'll turn that into a clip.
You're a hustler, baby. That's how that could go. Oh, what I like.
Babe, what do you like? Wait, let me drum roll you.
It's not that exciting.
The
weakest drum roll, but I'm here for it. So I am in my bathing suit, in my little summer dress, because the shit that I like, kiddie pools. I really like real pools, but you know, there's something special about just a kiddie pool in the backyard, little blow up pool. You're just big enough you can enjoy it. Because if y'all ain't been in the South in the summer, in July, it's so hot. Like, it's so hot, and I'm a hot-natured person, so once I'm hot, I don't want to be touched. It's just, there's too much. It's heat. I feel too hot. I just start sweating. But the relief of just chilling and on a porch. I was chilling today with Aiden on their porch with a watermelon circle kiddie pool. It was great. It was nice. The dogs thought it was like a big drinking bowl, but you know, it was fine. It was just really great to be a grown ass person and enjoy the simple pleasures of just childhood wonder. And it felt good because that sun, y'all, it's hot in the South. I remember going to Mississippi in the summers, but I don't I don't know. I think the older you get, the more it affects you. I also think it's hotter than it was when we were kids.
I could see that.
Because there are places, I mean, out in Washington, my friends were saying it was 109 degrees this week.
In Washington?
Washington State. It's not supposed to get that hot out there. They don't even have AC units in most places because it's not supposed to get hot like that. Portland was in the hundreds. Places were closed because they don't have air. Like, y'all, it's hot. It's hot out here. So hydrate. That quit recording just now. Like, right when I said hydrate, it quit recording.
It's okay, babe. I'm going to make a note of it. We're going to have it blacked out. And then I'm going to go and put the timestamp in. I'm going to find it.
It seems like a lot of work for you.
Babe, I got this.
Oh, now it's recording again.
I pressed it.
Wow.
You catch, I keep. You catch, I keep.
That's new. Yeah, you know, last episode we had technical difficulties.
Yeah, y'all, thank you for not like bugging on Sunday release. I did everything in my power to make it Friday.
Yeah, it just like technology was not working with us. It wasn't working with us in filming and also uploading because we filmed in I swear it was like every 10 minutes the camera just went off.
Yeah.
And so it was like, all right, well, there's not going to be video. Because like we said, we're not putting any more work into this than necessary.
I wanted it too, but I just had no time. And then I was in Indiana. And then the Wi-Fi where we were was weak.
Yeah.
It took 12 hours to get 37 minutes of audio onto YouTube.
Yeah, and that's a lot. But I've been taking the necessary steps to get us in a position where we can be on like Spotify, iTunes, all that jazz. For those of y'all that don't really like going to YouTube, like me, I'm not much of a YouTuber. Taryn is, but I've never been much of a YouTuber. Yeah, so we've covered all our segments. And anything else you want to do before we wrap this up, babe?
Yeah, I thought we could just end with some lyrics.
Oh, what lyrics?
The Carters.
Which one?
Heard About Us.
Heard About Us. The Carters.
Let's include this in a little stampage.
You know, I really, really enjoy the Carters.
It seems to be
as a family, as creatives. Done a lot for the culture. Oh, before you forget something else I like.
What you like?
Garage sales. Garage sales. Because let me tell y'all something. I walked into this garage sale / house sale.
What's your back?
And there was a rack of Ivy Park.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Oh, that wasn't bad. Usually you go way too high.
I can hear myself.
Well done. Well, I got an IKEA, big blue IKEA bag. Filled it up, Ivy Park. Got one hell of a deal.
Ivy Park at the garage sale.
Wow. Just wow. A blessing. It was a blessing. It blessed me. I love that. Let's normalize people with brand name things having garage sales so that we can be blessed out here. Yes. Let's normalize that. I hope to one day in turn bless somebody else. One day. Pass on some goodness. And just thank you, Beyonce, for making some clothes that, my gosh, they just fit so well and they're so flattering and comfortable.
I figure we can just pass the lyrics back and forth.
What do you mean, line by line?
Yep.
Okay. You starting from the top?
Yep. The lyrics go, if y'all ain't heard, sing along if you know the lyrics.
Oh, I'm not singing this.
No need to ask, you heard about us.
No need to ask, you heard about us.
I already know you know about us.
No need to ask, you heard about us.
Watch your mouth when you around us.
Pull up, hop out, wreck.
Got no time for, but we got protect.
I come around, stepping on necks.
My chica got niggas upset. Why?
Why these bitches so mad for?
They don't want Yante on their door.
Louis Slugger to your 4-door.
Careful, you get what you ask for.
We go, oh.
Go to Cuba, then Aruba in the middle of the winter. Skirt, skirt.
brand new Sprinter. We laugh to the bank.
But we ain't no joke, yeah.
You better act like you know. Yeah.
No need to ask you heard about us.
No need to ask you heard about us.
Already know you heard about us.
Ain't no need to ask you heard about us.
No need to ask you heard about us.
Watch your mouth when you move around us.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
You're singing. He smoke and we drink. Do say to the face.
Yeah. If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Put hoes in their place. Bitch, stay in your lane.
Bitch, stay in your lane.
Talk that talk.
Billie Jean is prime.
For the 1,000th time, the kid ain't mine.
Online, they call me dad, kiddingly.
You're not supposed to take this dad thing literally.
That's too famous. We don't even really do famous.
I'm cool on that. Chuck the 2 fingers.
Every day I'm getting sued famous.
I show up to court without a suit famous. Wait, are we going to get sued for this?
No. Your every move is on the news, ain't it?
Shit has its perks too, ain't it?
Shooting videos in the Louvre, ain't it?
It could be far worse for you, can't it?
Pain comes with penthouse views, ain't it?
Bitch, know me. I've been since the cocaine.
Bitch, no B. She don't even need a whole name.
No need to talk. You heard about us.
It's Beyonce, nigga.
No need to ask. You heard about
Oh
us.
my God.
Already know you know about us.
No need to ask you heard about us.
No need to ask. You heard about us.
Watch your mouth when you around us.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
He smoking, we drank, do say to the face.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Put hoes in they place, bitch, stay in your lane.
Yeah, we the ones you heard about.
Make big noise, big noise.
Oh, we don't need no voucher.
Yeah, we the only ones y'all worried about.
We good. Keep us out your mouth.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
If you don't know, now you know, nigga.
It's podcast episode 3.
That's a wrap.
A wrap.
We're from Indiana.
We out. Black and strong.
Lord, bless him. Keep him. Pray for Brother Taryn that he makes better choices this week.
Thank you. I have to hustle my way out.
Y'all be blessed.
Y'all be easy. Hood, goodbye.
So see you next time.
I'll see you, baby.
See you. It's
I
good to
love
see
you.
you.
I love you.
I'll be